Hello everyone, welcome to the course Computer Programming in C offered by Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning at Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam. This course is designed to take you on journey from logic to execution, where you will learn how to translate problem solving skills into working C programs. So myself, I am Dr. R. Venkatesh, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, and I will be guiding you through this course. So I encourage you to actively participate, practice consistently, and think of programming as a way of expressing your logical and creative skills. Let's get started on this exciting journey into the world of C programming. So in this course, we are going to learn the fundamentals of C, and it is one of the most powerful and widely used programming languages in the world. So in this course is designed in 7 modules, taking you from the basis of problem solving to advanced concepts like file handling and projects. By end of this course, you will not only understand the concept but also gain hands-on experiences through the practical coding exercises and projects. Let us begin with the module 1, Introduction to C. C is a structured, high level and general purpose programming languages. It was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972 at Bell Labs. So it is the foundation for many programming languages like C++, Java and Python. The module 1 includes the following things. It started from the problem solving and analysis. Before writing any program, we must analyze the problem. We usually prepare the problem analysis chart to identify the input, process and output. Then we design an algorithm and represent it using the flowchart and pseudocode, and followed by the program structure. Normally, a C program has the typically following the structure. So it consists of it starts from the preprocessor directories, main function, statements, declaration statement, and finally a return statement. And in this C program, it has a compilation and execution also. In this section, we will learn how the C program will be compiled and executed, and followed by the interactive versus script mode. So in this section, how we can run C code interactively in a small snippet, as well as the full script saved in a .c file. So we also learn basis of coding like comments, indentation, error messages, primitive data types, constants, variable, and what are the reserved keywords are there in C programming, and operators and input output function. In the module 1 practical session, you are required to create a problem analysis chart, flowchart, pseudocode for at least 3 simple problems. So like factorial, Fibonacci and sum of n numbers. Next, we move on to the next module, control structure. So in this control structure, it will help us to control the flow of execution in a program. So in this control structure model, we also learn decision making statements. So in decision making statement, if statement, if else and nested if else and switch case statements. So why the decision making statements are used in C programming, and what is the syntax of decision statement, how it is going to used in C programming. That and all we are going to learn in decision making statements, and followed by the loops. So in C programming, there are 3 different type of looping statements are there: while loop, do while, and nested for loop and nested loops. So in this section, we are going to learn about loops, why loops are used in C programming, and how the loops are used in C programming. So and followed by the jumping statements. In C programming, it has the 4 different type of jumping statements are there. One is break, continue, and go to, and return. So in this model 2 practical task, you will write at least 3 programs using conditional and conditional logic statements. So now let us move on to the next module called functions. The functions allows us to divide a large program into a smaller and manageable modules. So this module includes the following things. It starts from the function declaration, function definition, and function calling statements. So in this section, we are going to learn about the how the functions are declared and why it is declared. So how the functions are defined and how the functions are called by using calling statement. That is all we are going to learn in this function statements, and followed by the parameters and return types. Parameters in a functions are variables. that are used to pass the information into a function that act like a placeholders that receive the values which is called as arguments when the function is called, and followed by the we are going to learn about the call by value and call by reference. So in this section we learn how the values are passed to the function as a value and as a reference. Call by value means a copy of actual value is passed to the function, and call by reference means the address of the particular variable is passed to the function, and followed by the recursive function. Why the recursive functions concept used in C programming, and what do you mean by a recursive function? A function called by itself is known as a recursive function, and also we are going to learn about the scope and lifetime of the particular variables. So, and followed by the using header files and modular programming also we are going to learn in this module. In this module 3 practical task, you will implement at least 3 to 4 programs using function concept. Now we move on to the next section called as strings and pointers. The strings and pointers, it includes the arrays. So in an array there is a two different type of arrays is there. One is one dimensional array and two dimensional array, and array operations also we are going to use in this section. And string handling function, we are going to learn string handling function and what are the string operations are available in C programming, and followed by the pointer arithmetic and relation with arrays. And we are going to learn pointers to function and dynamic memory allocation, which includes memory allocation malloc and calloc and free. So these are all the things we are going to learn in strings and pointer module. So the module 4 has the practical exercises. These programs demonstrating the following concepts: pointers, dynamic memory allocation, and string manipulation. Now we move on to the next module, which is known as the structures and unions. So in this section, why we are use structures and union, and defining and using the structure, what is the difference between arrays and structure, why we are using structures instead of arrays, and we are going to learning array of structures also, and pointer to structures also, and unions and their memory efficiency and enumerations, and what is the difference between structure and union, and what is the memory efficiency of both. So these are all the things we are going to learn in this module, structures and union. So this module, the practical task is used to write a program and demonstrate using structures and union concept. C also allows us to work with the files for reading and writing the data. So next module we are going to deal with the files. So in C programming, how to open a new file and how to read the content from the file and how to write the contents into the file and how to close the file. So these are all the operations we are going to manipulate with the file concept. And finally, we came to know about the what do you mean by text file and what do you mean by binary file. So this also we are going to learn in this section. And finally, the file pointers and error handling functions also we are going to learn in this module, file module. So the file module, so we need to write simple program using the file operation. Finally, let's explore the standard libraries and header file. Normally, the C program, it starts with the header file only. So in this module, we are going to how the modules are used in C programming and what are the different library functions are there. That the library function called stdio.h, which is standard input output.h, and std library.h, string.h, math.h. So these kind of many library functions are there. So how we are going to use these library functions in C programming, that is we are going to learn, and how to create our user own defined header files and how to create user defined library functions, that and all we are going to learn in this section, and how we are going to use that particular user defined header files. So that and all we are going to learn in this module. And finally, this module also have a set of programming exercises using libraries. Then finally, we have the mini project in this course. So we need to develop at least 2 applications that integrate all concepts that you have learned in C programming. So in this course, we started from problem solving basis and moved step by step through the control structure, functions, strings, pointers, structures, union and file handling functions and libraries, etc. Along the way, you will practice through the simple exercises and simple programs and finally projects. So building your strong programming skills in C. So let's get started with the first module in the following classes. So looking forward to meeting you all in the upcoming classes. Thank you. A good day.